Good morning students. In previous class we have discussed about some trigonometric ratios for specific angles. Now we are going to discuss about trigonometric ratios for complementary angles. Trigonometric ratios for complementary angles. Just consider a triangle. Consider a triangle ABC. It is right angled at B. Right angled at B. We already know that sum of all three angles of a triangles are equal to 180 degree. Angle sum property, we know that angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. Now it is a right angle triangle. Here angle B is 90 degree. Then take that B into right side. Angle A plus angle C is equal to 180 degree minus angle B. Angle A plus angle C is equal to 90 degree. If sum of two angles is equal to 90 degree, then we call these two angles are complementary angles. Now if we add angle A and angle C, we get 90 degree. Then these two angles are complementary angles. Then we already know, we don't know the exact value of A and C, but by using these complementary angles we can write C as to be, take A into right side, that becomes 90 minus angle A. This angle A can be written as in trigonometry 90 degree minus A. Then this angle is 90 degree minus A. This is angle A. Now apply the trigonometric ratios for angle A. We already know that sin A is equal to here, if we are consider angle A, then this is opposite side, this is hypotenuse AC, the side opposite to 90 degree is called hypotenuse and remaining one is adjacent side. Now apply the trigonometric ratio. We already know that sin A is equal to opposite side divided by hypotenuse, that is equal to, here opposite side is BC and hypotenuse is AC. Similarly apply cos A. Cos A is equal to adjacent divided by hypotenuse, that is equal to, here adjacent is AB divided by hypotenuse AC. Then apply tan A. Tan A is equal to opposite divided by adjacent, that is equal to, opposite side is BC, adjacent side is AB. Now apply cot A. Cot A is equal to adjacent divided by opposite, that is equal to, adjacent side is AB, opposite side is BC. Now apply another trigonometric ratio, that is called sec A. Sec A is equal to hypotenuse divided by adjacent, hypotenuse divided by adjacent, that is equal to, hypotenuse is AC, adjacent side is AB. Next one is cosec A, that is equal to hypotenuse divided by opposite, here hypotenuse side is AC, opposite side is BC. These are the basic trigonometric ratios for angle A. Now apply for angle C. Apply for angle C for this angle. Then the side opposite to angle C is called opposite side. The angle C included that side is called adjacent side. The side opposite to 90 degree is called hypotenuse side. Now applying trigonometric ratios for angle C. Angle C can be written as 90 degree minus A. Then apply sin 90 degree minus A. that is equal to, we already know that sine function formula is opposite divided by hypotenuse. Here opposite side is AB, hypotenuse AC. Now cos 90 degree minus A, that is equal to adjacent divided by hypotenuse. Here adjacent side is BC, hypotenuse is AC. Next one, tan 90 degree minus A, that is equal to opposite divided by adjacent side. Formula is opposite divided by adjacent. Here opposite side is AB, adjacent side is BC. Now going on, next one, trigonometric function, that is called cot 90 degree minus A, that is equal to adjacent divided by opposite. Here adjacent side is BC, opposite side is AB. Next, apply for after cot sec 90 degree minus A, that is equal to sec 90 degree trigonometric ratio is hypotenuse divided by adjacent. Hypotenuse divided by adjacent, that is equal to, here hypotenuse is AC, adjacent side is BC. Now next one is cosec 90 degree minus A, that is equal to hypotenuse divided by opposite, that is equal to, here hypotenuse is AC, opposite side is AB. Just observe these trigonometric ratios and this trigonometric ratio. Here AB by AC is equal to sin 90 degree minus A, but here AB by AC is equal to, just observe these two, that is equal to cos A. Then sin 90 minus A is equal to cos A. Sin 90 minus A, that is equal to cos A. This is the formula. Next one, for cos 90 degree minus A, BC divided by AC is there. Here BC divided by AC is for sin A. Then sin A is equal to BC minus A, and also cos 90 minus A is equal to BC minus A. If RHS sides are equal, then LHS sides are equal. Then cos 90 minus A is equal to sin A. Similarly, observe for tan A, BC divided by AB is there. Here for cot function, BC divided by AB is there. BC divided by AB is there. Then tan A is equal to BC minus A. Then cot 90 minus A is equal to BC divided by AB. Then cot 90 minus A is equal to tan A. Next, for cot A, AB divided by BC is there. Here AB divided by BC is there. This one and this one. Cot A is equal to AB minus BC. Tan 90 minus A is equal to AB divided by BC. Both are equal. Then tan 90 minus A is equal to cot A. Now sec A is equal to AC minus AB. Sec, here AC divided by AB ratio is for cosecant 90 minus A. Then these two are equal. Then cosecant 90 minus A is equal to secant A. Remaining one is cosecant A. For cosecant A, AC divided by BC is there. Here also AC divided by BC is there for secant 90 degree minus A. Then secant 90 degree divided by A is equal to cosecant A. Then these are the basic formulas. Sin 90 degree minus A is equal to cos A. Cos 90 degree minus A is equal to sin A. Tan 90 degree minus A is equal to cot A. Cot 90 degree minus A is equal to tan A. And also secant 90 degree minus A is equal to cosecant A. Cosecant 90 degree minus A is equal to secant A. For example, here angle A is equal to 40 degree. Angle A is equal to 40 degree. Then what about this angle C? This is called 50 degree by using angle sum property. Then applying, for example, tan 90 minus a, that is equal to tan here a is equal to 40 degree, 90 degree minus 40 degree, that is equal to tan 50 degree. Then tan 90 minus 40 is equal to tan 50 degree. Then we are applying for trigonometric ratios for angle C. Then that is equal to trigonometric ratios 90 minus of this angle A. These are the basic formulas. 990 degree minus A is equal to cos A, cos 90 degree minus A is equal to sin A, tan 90 degree minus A is equal to cot A, cot 90 degree minus A is equal to tan A, secant 90 degree divided by A is equal to cosecant A, cosecant 90 degree minus A is equal to secant A. By using these complementary angles, we can solve the problems. Now going to discuss about trigonometric identities. Trigonometric identities. Trigonometric identities. Just consider one right angle triangle that is called named as ABC. Here B is the right angle. Apply here, just take this one. Triangle ABC is a right angle triangle. Right triangle. Right angled at angle B at B. Now ABC is a right angle triangle. Then we are applying the Pythagoras theorem for this triangle. Then hypotenuse square is equal to sum of square of other two sides by Pythagoras theorem. By Pythagoras theorem. By Pythagoras theorem, AC square is equal to, here hypotenuse is AC. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. This is the equation for Pythagoras theorem. Now change the LHS and RHS. Interchanging the LHS and RHS, we get AB square plus BC square, that is equal to AC square. Now divided by AC square on both sides. We get AB square divided by AC square, that is plus BC square divided by AC square, that is equal to AC square divided by AC square. Here denominator also having square, numerator also having square. Then take square common out. Then AB divided by AC whole square plus BC divided by AC whole square, that is equal to, both will be cancelled out, that is equal to 1. Now apply trigonometric ratio for this triangle. Then sin A is equal to formula for applying for angle A. This is called opposite side, this is hypotenuse side, this is adjacent side. We already know that sin A is equal to opposite divided by hypotenuse. Here opposite side is BC, hypotenuse side is AC. Then for cos A adjacent side divided by hypotenuse side. Here adjacent side is AB, hypotenuse is AC. Then tan A, for tan A formula is opposite side divided by adjacent side. Here opposite side is BC, adjacent side is AB. Now for cot A We already know that formula, adjacent divided by opposite. Here adjacent side is AB, opposite side is BC. Next one for secant A. Secant A. For secant A, formula is hypotenuse divided by adjacent side. Here hypotenuse is AC, adjacent side is AB. Next last one is cosec A. For cosecant A, we already know the formula, hypotenuse divided by opposite. Here hypotenuse is AC, opposite side is BC. Just observe this equation and these trigonometric ratios. Here AB divided by AC is there. AB divided by AC can be written as cos A whole square plus. Here BC divided by AC is there. That means BC divided by AC is equal to sin A. Then BC divided by AC can be denoted as sin A whole square, that is equal to 1. Now here square is there, that can be written as cos square A plus sin square A, that is equal to 1. This is the one of the standard trigonometric identity. Sin square plus cos square A is equal to 1 or cos square A plus sin square A is equal to 1. Now by using that, we can modify so many formulas by using this identity. Here sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. Then take this cos square into right side. Then sin square A is equal to 1 minus cos square A. Then sin A is equal to, take the square into right side, then that becomes square root, that is 1 minus square root of 1 minus cos square A. Sin A is equal to square root of 1 minus cos square A. Sin square A is equal to 1 minus cos square A. And also next one, take sin square A into right side. Cos square A is equal to sin square A, go to right side, that becomes minus sin square A. Then for cos A, square root of both sides, then square root will be cancelled out, then square root of 1 minus sin square A. Cos A is equal to 1 minus sin square A. Cos square A is equal to 1 minus sin square A. These are the formulas we have modified by the main trigonometric identity, that is called sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. Now going to another one trigonometric identity. Same, consider Pythagoras theorem. We already know that AC square AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. Now divided by AB square on both sides, we get AB square divided by AB square, that is equal to AB square divided by AB square plus BC square divided by AB square, that is equal to AC square divided by AB square. Then both will be cancelled out. 1 plus, this can be written as BC divided by AB whole square, that is equal to AC divided by AB whole square. Now observe this trigonometric ratio. BC divided by AB can be written as tan A 1 plus tan A whole square, that is equal to, next one is AC divided by AB. AC divided by AB can be denoted as secant A, that is equal to secant A whole square. We already know that tan A whole square is equal to tan square A. Then 1 plus tan square A, that is equal to this secant A whole square can be written as sec square A. This is also one of the trigonometric identity is that is 1 plus tan square a that is equal to secant square a. By using this identity we can modify the some forms. Those are called, we know that 1 plus tan square a that is equal to secant square a. Take this tan square a into right side, then that becomes 1 is equal to secant square a minus tan square a. And now again take this secant square into right side and tan square into left side. Then by using this formula 1 minus sec square a is equal to minus tan square a. Then we are multiplied by minus sign on both sides. We get minus of 1 minus secant square a is equal to minus of minus tan square a. Then plus into minus, minus 1 minus into minus plus secant square a is equal to minus into minus plus tan square a. Then this can be written as secant square a minus 1 that is equal to tan square a. Secant square minus a is equal to tan square a. Then for tan a, square root on both sides, then we get square root of sec square a minus 1. For sec a, by using this formula, square root on both the sides, we get sec a is equal to square root of 1 plus tan square a. This is also one of the trigonometric identity. Now similarly we can prove another one trigonometric identity by using same Pythagoras theorem. Same Pythagoras theorem, we already know that ab square plus bc square that is equal to ac square. In this identity we can divide by ac. For this identity we are divided by ab. Now we are divided by bc square on both the side. We get ab square divided by bc square that is equal to plus bc square divided by bc square that is equal to ac square divided by bc square. Now split the square roots. Then ab divided by bc whole square plus bc square get cancelled plus 1 that is equal to ac divided by bc whole square. Here we are using the identity a to the power of m divided by b to the power of m that is equal to a by b whole to the power of m. This is the identity. Now observe this trigonometric ratios. ab divided by bc can be written as cot a. Here ab divided by bc is there. Instead of ab divided by bc we can write cot a plus 1 that is equal to cot a whole square plus 1 that is equal to. Here ac divided by bc is there. Here for trigonometric ratios ac divided by bc is equal to cosecant a. Then instead of ac divided by bc we can write cosecant a. Cosecant a whole square. Cosecant a whole square. Then this can be written as cot a. Cot a whole square can be written as cot square a plus 1 that is equal to cosecant. Similarly cosecant a whole square can be written as cosecant a cosecant square a. This is also one of the main identity that is called cot square a plus 1 that is equal to cosecant square a. Now by using this identity we can modify it into some other formulas. Those are called, take this cot square into right side, then becomes cosecant square a minus cot square a that is equal to 1. Then we take right side, that becomes minus, here plus 1 is there. Then here cosecant square is, for cosecant A, square root on both sides we get square root of cot square A plus 1 is equal to cosec A. This also modified identity by using this identity. Next, for cot A, write cot A as it is. Take this 1 into right side, that becomes minus 1. Then that becomes cosecant square A minus 1. Cot square A is equal to cosecant square A minus 1. Then for cot A, square root on both sides, then square root will be cancelled out. Then here square root of cosecant square A minus 1. These also sub-identities by using the identities cot square A plus 1, that is equal to cosecant square A. These are the trigonometric identities. Now, by using trigonometric identities, we can solve the exercise problems in 8.4. In first one, express the trigonometric ratios sin A, secant A and tan A in terms of cot A. We can express the sin A, secant A, tan A in terms of cot A. We know that one identity that is called 1 plus tan square A is equal to secant square A, and another one is 1 plus cot square A, that is equal to cosecant square A, and another one is sin square A plus cos square A, that is equal to 1. By using these three trigonometric identities, we can express secant A, sin A, tan A in terms of cot A. First, consider this identity. Here they are given that cosecant square A is equal to 1 plus cot square A. Then this cosecant A is equal to cosecant A, that is equal to, consider that one, cosecant A, that is equal to, here square is there, that comes to this side, that becomes square root 1 plus cot square A. We already know that 1 divided by cosecant A is equal to sin A. Substitute here value of cosecant A in this, then that implies sin A is equal to 1 divided by square root of 1 plus cot square A. And also we know that tan A is equal to sin A divided by cos A. Then cot A is equal to cos A divided by sin A. Observe these two ratios. Here cot A is equal to cos A divided by sin A, tan A is equal to sin A divided by cos A. Therefore, both are reciprocal to one on another. Tan A is reciprocal to cot A is reciprocal to tan A. By using that, tan A can be expressed as 1 divided by cot A. And now sin A is expressed in cot A is over, tan A is also over. Next one is secant A. We have one formula, 1 plus tan square A is equal to secant square A. By using this identity, we can write, take the square into right side, then that becomes 1 plus tan square A, that is equal to secant A. Now substitute the tan A in terms of cot A. Then square root of 1 plus 1 divided by cot A whole square, that is equal to secant A. Then solve this one, we get square root of 1 plus, that is called 1 square divided by cot square A, that is equal to secant A. Then simplify this one, take LCM, that is cot square A has to be LCM. Then cross multiplication, cot square A plus 1 O square root, that is equal to secant A. Then secant A is equal to secant A. Split the square root for both numerator and denominator. We get square root of cot square A plus 1 divided by square root of cot square A. Here square root get cancelled. Then secant A is equal to square root of cot square A plus 1 whole divided by cot A. This is the secant A expressed in terms of cot A. Then tan A expressed in terms of cot A, and also sin A expressed in terms of cot A. Now going to solve question number 2 in exercise 8.4. Here question is write all the other trigonometric ratios of angle A in terms of secant A. We can write all other 5 trigonometric ratios in terms of secant function. And now we already know that 1 plus tan square A is equal to secant square A. This is the identity we already proved in previous class. By using this identity, we can write that tan square A is equal to, take 1 into right side, that becomes secant square A minus 1. Then tan A is equal to square root. Here square is the square root on both the side, then square root will be cancelled out. Then here square root of secant square A minus 1 is there. Then tan A is equal to square root of secant square A minus 1. We already know that tan A and cot A are reciprocal to each other. Then cot A is equal to 1 divided by tan A. Now substitute the value of tan A in terms of secant A. We get square root of secant square A minus 1. Cot A is equal to 1 divided by square root of secant square A minus 1. Now we have another one identity, 1 plus cot square A is equal to cosecant square A. Then we want cosecant A, that's why square root on the both the side. Then this square come to this side, that becomes square root of 1 plus tan square A. Now square root of 1 plus cot square A. Now substitute the value of cot A in this equation. We get cosecant A is equal to square root of 1 plus 1 divided by square root of secant square A plus minus 1 whole square. Now simplify this one. We get square root of 1 plus 1 square divided by square root of secant square A minus 1 whole square. Here square root will cancel out. Remaining terms are square root of 1 plus 1 square is 1 divided by secant square A minus 1. Now take LCM of these two terms. We get that is equal to, here LCM is secant square A minus 1. Then go for cross multiplication, 1 into secant square A, secant square A, secant square A. 1 into minus 1, minus 1, plus 1 is there. 1 into 1, we get 1. Now 1 will cancel out. Then cosecant A is equal to secant square A divided by secant square A minus 1. This is the express cosecant A in terms of secant A. Now by using that we already know that 1 divided cosecant A is equal to 1 divided by sin A. Then sin A is equal to 1 divided by cosec A. Both are reciprocal to each other. Now substitute the value of cosecant A in this equation. We get 1 divided by secant square A divided by secant square A minus 1. Take this into numerator, then this numerator and denominator will be interchanged. Then sin A is equal to secant square A minus 1 divided by secant square A. This is 1. The last one is now sin A over cos A, cosecant A over tan A over cot A over remaining one is cos A, that is equal to, we already know that secant A is equal to 1 divided by cos A. Both are reciprocal to each other. Then cos A is equal to 1 divided by secant A. These are the representation of or express the other trigonometric ratios in terms of secant A.